Hey guys, in this Effect Monday, I'm going to be showing you guys how to pretty much create your own transitions. So something like this, which I created, so blur left I called it, and you can see here how it looks. So I just created that. It's super easy to do, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. So let's just roll the intro and get into it. Okay, so now what we're gonna want to do is go over here, and pretty much we're gonna want to go over here to Fusion Transition, and over there we're gonna want to pick any one of these except that one. So either noise or dissolve, or cross dissolve, whatever. So just to do that, and then we got here it. So you're gonna want to right click it, and then left click it, and then open in Fusion page. We're opening it. Don't get scared, you're probably not gonna have these stuff open, so just make sure that you only got the nodes. Okay, so now that we're here, okay, we're gonna have here either two stuff or one thing. Doesn't really make a difference. Here this button just changes that, so we can have just one for the meantime. And now that we have the nodes, we're gonna see here what we got. We got here media 2 and media 1. Then we got this cross dissolve. I do not want that. That's the pre-made stuff. But I want to create my own. So what I'm going to do is first of all figure out which one is which. So I can pretty much just do here, tab 2. And then here I'm going to put in the second one. And then I'm going to see it here. And what I'm going to want to do is undo that now. Now I know that this is the, cool thing part. The blue stuff, so I can even just rename this over here. I can rename it blue. Okay, and then this one I can rename car. Okay, so you don't need to do this, it's just fun. So now here, the first way to do it is with a merge. Okay, this you're always going to need at some point to connect two clips. Okay, you got here the background and the foreground, so we're just going to want to send blue into foreground. So now he's going to be in front. Now pretty much he's just going to be in front for the whole time. So I'll explain to you what that means. That pretty much means you're going to see here the frame that we go onto this, it's just going to turn into him. That's completely useless. So the way to get back in, we're going to go here, Fusion page, and we don't want that. So let's start to change it up. So I'm going to show you guys the most simple first thing, which is a transform. Transform is pretty much, let's go back here, is this guy. Okay, so let's go back in. It's really simple. Don't need to be afraid. Just does simple stuff. So inspector to see it, and really simple movement and stuff. So the way that you're going to want to do that is you can do size or whatever. So let's say, let's do that, and so I want at the start from not to be here. So I'm going to make a keyframe at the start, make sure that I'm on the first one, okay, and then press keyframe only once I'm on the first one. And then I'm going to bring this guy all the way down to there. Now I'm going to go to the end, and I'm going to bring my size back up. So I don't want it too much. So to get it exactly at 1, you can just go over 1 a bit, and then backspace over there, and press on the side, not double press here, else that will delete the keyframe. Okay. So now what it did is it pretty much animated it for us. Awesome. The only problem is that this looks terrible. Okay, at least in my eyes. So what you're going to want to do to fix that is pretty much go into spline, transform. That means show us what transform is doing here in the keyframes, but in a more mathematical graph. Okay, then select it all, Shift S. It's going to make it smooth. Shift S does smooth. Very simple. Spline. Go back here, so now it's just going to look a bit nicer. But it's still not perfect. I want it to be a bit more natural, so I'm going to use some motion blur. Over here we were in here, now we go here, motion blur. Okay, then quality, I'm going to bring that guy up. 8, okay. Do whatever you want. The quality just makes it look better. But shutter angle is how motion blur you want it to be. I'm gonna make it I think a bit like there actually. This specific shot will look really nice with the lot. Center bias doesn't make a big difference for us here. This does, but I have no idea what it's actually doing. Like, I don't really know how it works, but pretty much we got this, okay? So now what we're gonna have is a really nice looking transition, okay? So even we can do some other cool stuff like a bit of rotation. So I go to 0 and I can also make angle, or here let's do even aspect. I don't want angle, I want to do aspect now. So I can make my aspect of it here. Let's just see what aspect does. I'm gonna make my aspect of it here 0, and then over here I want to make my aspect, no, here, sorry, there was 1. So here I'm gonna make my aspect 1 actually. So normal, okay, but then here I want my aspect to be like 11 or something crazy like that. Then what's gonna happen is it's gonna come in like that, okay? So let's watch that. That's pretty cool. Actually, I want it to be even less. So let's try that. So let's do, 0.1, 0.01 even here, and then you can really just play with it. That's the fun of it. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. So let's see it here, and really I'm just getting a lot of different ones there saved here. I'm going to show you how to save it soon. Just quick thing before I show you the transition that we just made, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, because why not? You don't want to miss my next video, so press the bell icon. Okay, let's do it. I think that that's a pretty cool transition. I have here some other ones. So how do I save it? How do I add it into my thing? So gonna want to do left click, right click, create transition preset, backspace over there on the name, and we're gonna want to give it a cool name, like, I don't know, squeeze, and size, whatever. Pretty much your naming scheme. So that's, I can just backspace that, and this is going to work on any 2 clips that I have. They should at least work, Yeah, so that just lagged out, but you can see it's just taking a little while, but don't worry, in the render it's going to do it good. And here, okay, so we got that. Awesome. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Have a good day. Stay safe.